I hate the social media.
I know you do, but I mean,
and I hate it more because I got managers running up to me saying our own fans or people are ripping. If anybody rips BJ, anybody rips BJ, it'll be me. If any other fan rips BJ on something that we've all done, every guy in this room, every fan, I'll be more disappointed. If Michigan fans rip him, God bless them. If one Michigan State fan rips him, one, give him my number. That's number one. Number two, the social media. AP, I've been as honest with you guys as I can be. Is he cleared to play? He's cleared to work out. So he's run on the treadmill twice for a matter of 20 minutes and at about 60% of his body weight, okay? In other words, they can put him in a harness and that's what he's done. Now, they don't let us have those on the floor. It's an amazing, this NCAA is an amazing place. They don't let us have harnesses. They don't let us have horses that we can ride. They don't let us have anything. And his chances of playing Saturday are slim to none. Slim meaning slim. And when he'll play is going to be strictly between me and him. The doctors are in it only to give me information, but I swear to you, he's chomping at the bit to play. If he was ready to play, and anybody here doesn't think I'd play him, if it was in the best interest of Michigan State, our basketball program, or AP, you don't know me.
Yeah. Or do you have to resist any sort of urge of BJ now out?
No, it ain't about a game. It's about his career, and it's about our big picture of things. And you know, I've sat between Cleves. Lost the right state, most embarrassing day of my life, to be very honest with you, as far as a coach, and didn't change what I thought, and we went on to win a national championship. So, no, it has no bearing if we lose to Michigan. If we beat Michigan, it will not speed the process up for Iowa. This process is about him. It's about us in the long run, and you know, as you know, it hasn't been a good day, but I just want you all to know that coaches get accused of using players like a piece of meat, and there's no piece of meat here. And if it is a piece of meat, it's worth more money than I am. So I'm not going to screw that up for him. I'm not going to screw it up for potentially our team, no matter what those idiots put on Facebook or Twitter or anything else. And that's how I feel about it. I mean, I'm disappointed.
You know that was Adrian that put that away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm just making sure that you know we're not asking because of a random fan. It was what
okay, well, and I'll try to talk to Adrian. You guys should talk to Adrian. But, I mean, if you think this is, you know, I got to go through all this stuff now, but if you think this is the Washington Redskins and the coach is saying you're not playing and the player's saying I'm playing, guys, we're not even near that. I mean, this is about the health of a kid for the big picture, the health for his future, and my team second to last and me dead last.
Dawson.
You know what? Possibly. I mean, you know, I got Morris calling him and things like that. Still got Morris's club up there somewhere. And Morris changed his whole career with that. Became a pro. So, I don't know, guys. It's a sad situation. As you know, we're all trying to get him to play like he should play, and he knows it. And whether he can or not, probably be determined, number one, after surgery to get a better idea exactly. I saw the x-rays. It doesn't look, you know, they're just putting a little pin in there, I guess, because it came away, but it's not a huge break or anything. So that's a possibility. I just have no idea right now.
Were you in there? Did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you fear it?
No, I told you I block my eyes to any injuries right now. You know, did I fear it? I don't know. I mean, anytime you hit your hand, I guess you could fear something. But it's just one of those things, you know, where, hey.
He mentioned Danny Kaminsky as being
Branden did as being a key guy. For you, who is essential in this next month?
You know who's essential? I think I got about 14 left that are essential, and 10 of them that'll probably play, and they're really essential. I mean, I think Bird's going to play more. I think Elvin Ellis is going to play more. I think Kenny Kaminsky's going to play more. Who I start, I'm not sure yet. But, yeah, we're going to play a few guys more, and then we're going to have some iron guys that play more than they were playing. And, I am crushed over what happened for him. I am doesn't change any of my goals. Doesn't change anything I'm doing. It doesn't change whether we can win or lose. I don't know. I've been saying I guess I like the Belichick way. Well, now I'm living it.
You mentioned just a couple years ago you like turmoil, so you got to be.
Yeah, they always, Crane used to say, if there's no, there is no turmoil, create some. I don't have to create it here; it just happens. But something good's going to come out of all this, and but boy, let me reiterate: if any Michigan State people are crazy enough, this kid did not rob any stores, he did not do any drugs. There's no alcohol involved. If anybody is that crazy, did not drive a car into a wall, then I got a problem.
Tom, are there positives out of this situation, and what do you think that those positives might be?
Well, as I thought about it, I couldn't find many positives. Then I looked back in my career, and the advantage to being experienced is you saw what Morris went through, and nobody lies about it. We've been pushing every button we can push to try to get BJ to understand how he's got to play, and I'm sure it is frustrating for him. But I can guarantee you this: it's in BJ's best interest. I mean, mine's second, ours second, but BJ's best interest. Michigan State basketball is going to survive here if BJ makes it to the NBA, if he wins a national championship or he doesn't. But BJ's got to, and he's got it in him, and that could be a positive. Maybe AP has learned so much sitting on the bench, it's scary. That could be a positive. Number two is we've had a lot of guys that are playing a lot of minutes like Keith that are a little worn out, so he's going to be refreshed, I guess. I don't think that's a positive, but it's part of it. Somebody else is going to get another chance. It's funny, a couple guys have worked pretty hard. Guys like Gary now I think are ready to step up. I think he's back in shape. I don't know, there's never a positive, but if you want to try to find a silver lining, the only one I hope is that BJ sits back, looks at things, and figures out that this kid is a difference maker in us, and he is a difference maker for himself.
How the guys respond to practice today?
They were pretty good. They understood. BJ talked to him, kind of told him what he told you. Just like me. You got to feel bad. You got to feel sad. But guys. Hey, there's one thing they've been through. They've seen it all this year. This is a book in waiting. Anybody wants to write a book?
I'm looking ahead to Saturday a little bit. You've always talked a lot about Michigan State and Michigan being good at the same time, and now both first place in the Big Ten. And just I guess how big this game is. It's still early, but it's a fairly significant game.
Well, it's big, more importantly, because of the rivalry. That's why it's big. That's why it's big to all the fans that you'll report to. That's what makes it big. The numbers make it a national news. The rivalry is more of a local flavor. Now, has it been upgraded because both teams are good? Sure. And that's what everybody's wanted. That's what it's supposed to be. Rivalries aren't rivalries if both teams aren't good enough to win. And as I said, they've got a very good team. They're doing a lot of good things. They've got 7 or 8 guys playing, I think, pretty well right now, and yet we got a good team too, and it's going to be an interesting night.
In football, one win can sway recruits in a big way. Does it not affect basketball that way? Is it more of over a systemic time?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. When we were losing early, when we were winning a lot in the middle. I haven't seen that be the number one reason. we recruit different guys, sometimes the same, but I think it's more about the water coolers, the bragging rights, the alums, the coaches, definitely, players. I think it's more about that. And now I think the fact that both teams are so good, it brings a national flavor, and that's why game day's here, and that's why there'll be so much excitement, and looking forward to it.
How different is Dawson?
You know, he is different. I think he handles the ball more. I think he makes more plays. Last year he was just a stand in the corner guy that could really shoot it. I think now he's become more of a creator, and he does some things, and partly because the ball was in Burke's hands all the time, and now it's not. So Stauskas and Levert have taken on that role in a way. Not that Walton can't do it, but those guys seem to be a lot more involved in those ball screens and things like that.
Without getting game plan, I mean, you like to take away the shooters. So how important?
Well, I got to take away 4 guys then, because they all seem to be able to shoot it.
Right. But I mean, how important is not letting him? He's been playing really well.
Yeah, he's made a lot of shots lately, and you know we're gonna defend him. I feel like we'll defend him. I mean, it is important. It's important how we cover ball screens. It's important how you know, not just the guy guarding him is, but the other guys, and that's where those ball screen things. And we've watched a lot of film on guys that played them different ways, and we'll probably play them different than most teams have. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm going to find out.
Tom, everybody is talking about, you know, how they picked it up with McGarry out, with GR3 and Morgan. But, I mean, is this kind of a pick your poison as far as inside, outside, with Stauskas and Levert?
Well, Morgan just does his job. You know, you got to remember now, Morgan started for, what, 2 years? 2.5 years, whatever. I mean, Morgan does his job. He rolls. He's a guy that can score in the post. He scores off other guys' passes. He's strong. I mean, he does a good job, but he does a good job at his job. McGarry was kind of all over. So in their offense, you know, there's some ways that those 2 centers right now, Horford and Morgan, are doing, you know, exactly what they used to do a few years ago when he was running it. I think they're running their offense more than they did last year, and I think that's part of the reason.
Does that make them better in a way because they don't have to lean on Burke or?
Well, I don't know. Burke was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes them better.
But
it makes them
team.
different.
It
makes them different. It makes more guys have to do things, and some of them have stepped up and done them.
Despite what happened this morning with Branden, I mean, the players have to be really excited for this Michigan game.
Well, there's no question. I mean, it's Michigan State, you know. I mean, I'm not saying that everything was easy today, but you know what? By tomorrow, BJ will be out, and he'll be pumped up for him, and players will, you know, regroup like we all do. I mean, there's way worse things that happen. You know, people die and people move on. It's as sad as it is. So with BJ, it's going to be, you know, tonight try to help him through the disappointment, and tomorrow he'll be back helping us, and we'll be ready to play on Saturday. We've been through enough where we'll be ready to play.
How was Keith doing physically?
Still looks a little tired to me, you know, and we're trying to get him some rest. That's why we're trying not to do as much. But he says he feels the best he's felt. You know, we've got him a couple days off. One practice, we didn't even let him practice. And I think he's a lot better. You know, you ask him when you see him here. But Keith is, I do not worry about Keith Appling being ready to play for this game. I think he'll be ready, and I think he'll be healthy.
Does last year have something to do with that too? I mean, I know it's already a big game, just the way that game ended.
I don't know. You know, I look at Keith as such a different player than he was the last 3 years. I wouldn't even bring that up as motivation because I just think he's a different guy, different player, in a different place right now. I like the place he's in. So I don't want him to have revenge on his mind. I want him to have winning on his mind and playing good, and that's the way I'm going to approach it with him.
Appling didn't practice today. Are you expecting him to practice?
Appling?
I mean, Payne, I apologize.
No, he won't practice tomorrow. You know, if he wakes up Saturday morning and he can run 10 miles on the treadmill and come in here and cut and jump, I'm starting him.